Yo, I'm done. Kabaneri's the best. Just fucking saying. I love it. It's goddamn when that music kicking in and everything. Oh. Yo, I love this show a lot. It's getting hype. We need to talk about some of this stuff going down right now. So we're going to be starting off immediately by saying, like, a lot of people seem to be quite upset with me with last week's fucking, like, episode of Kabaneri, because I was, like, saying, oh, it's a lot like Attack on Titan's the next Attack on Titan, and, like, some of these comments saying, like, I have to say it, you're a fucking idiot, go fuck yourself, it's not Attack on Titan, and music in the background of Attack on Titan 2, what a fucking stupid. I'm not mad or raging, I'm just telling you the truth. Considering with a comment like that, mate, yeah, I think you're raging. I think you're a little bit butthurt about what I said about it. Now, maybe as well you didn't actually watch the whole entire fucking video, because obviously you didn't reply after I fucking exposed your ass on here. But let's just explain something right here and there. The entire video of last week's video, me talking about Kabaneri, is me praising the show, saying it's got really good OSTs, really good animation, characters, I like them already a little bit more than I do the first episode of Attack on Titan. And guess what? A lot of this stuff comes from the Attack on Titan team. Same director, same music composer, same animation team. Like, I'm pretty sure you got a couple of the fucking, like, voice actors in here as well, like, you know, and saying, oh, it's not Attack on Titan, and then a lot of people saying, well, it's actually zombies, really, if you think about it, it's more like Walking Dead, like, this, like, even so, like, because they're small and everything, I can actually see it, like, oh, yeah, they're zombies, but it's like, even so, like, unlike Walking Dead ones walk really slow, and these more, like, you know, like, crazy psychopaths, so more Dying Light kind of zombies, if you think about it, like, the crazy nighttime one. Even if you combine, like, where did you think they get most of these inspiration from? And coming from, like, how everyone reacted about the preview at first and seeing how it first reacted, yeah, guess what? It's pretty much Attack on Titan, but their own little twist about it. I, like, the last thing I'm doing on hating on this show, I absolutely love it, but yeah, when you don't see originality there, come on. I love a lot of stuff. I love Fairy Tail, and it's not the original series in the entire world, but guess what? I still like it. But, so I think, like, people that are going a little bit crazy last week, or me, and, like, say the show's like, oh, it's a completely original and stuff like that, I think you kind of need to get out of your own ass, because there are, like, there's no such thing as original anymore when there's, like, so much stuff out there that does other things first. Now that we've actually exposed some dumbass little haters on there, now we can talk about the video. And what can I say, immediately cracking onto this, I've got to say, holy shit, the music! Hey, guess what? Same person that did Attack on Titan OST. Like, coming in with Mume, saying, like, I'll buy you some time, get to the train. She's in that new gear, which I love. I love that new leather stuff, like, that she's got on, like, the helmet and stuff, because as much as I think she looks elegant as hell in, like, that little, like, kimono that she's got, and I kind of wish she kept, like, the little sandals, because that was really badass from the first episode, like, cutting the entire Kabaneri's head off, like, in one fucking strike, and you could see, like, that she actually lost one of them, because she couldn't get the fucking sandal out of the fucking, like, giant pole, so I was pissing myself during that. I was like, wow, she couldn't get it out, like, wow, that was hilarious, like, coming from that. She goes in, comes with a couple of pair of hand cannons, bayonets on them, going, let's go. Music starts kicking in for like near 2 minutes, and it's beautiful. Oh my god, the animation. She's like even doing like a bunch of, like, she's like climbing up and everything. She's like doing a bunch of parkour, and I'm like, I love this. She even like kicks one of the like Kabaneri's, like the old one. She tripped it up and like pounds its fucking chest into it. So it's like definitely now explains now that even with these Kabaneris getting stabbed, they do take a couple of shots or like real big damage to even take them down. So I guess this explains more why we need the power bunker, because like their skin obviously hardens a lot more. So like me thinking it's like, oh, why can't you just use a blade or something like that? Why can't you just use it, like, I feel like wouldn't that be a lot more practical sometimes for some of these like creatures, or even long range? Like, it must be because of the technology of the show, like, especially Anikoma's, like, breakthrough with this must be, like, probably the biggest breakthrough in years. But, like, coming into that, she was badass. When she went on the train, she was like, yawn, I'm tired now. Even Anikoma's, like, trying to drag into that stuff. And, like, before she went to sleep, he was like, he's good. He's not a Kabaneri. He's coming on there. And, like, I loved the show, like as they were going onto the train, that they were still trying an attack. And he was like, nah, I've got this. I've got this. Get my fucking... It's pretty much a power bunker, alright, ladies and gentlemen. Comes out, boom, like, fucking takes that out. He, like, lets it under his shoulder, which, to be fair, that's dangerous as hell, letting a Kabaneri on your shoulder like that. And he just goes, boom, like, just fucking pounds it into him, like, ugh. Like, that's the thing with a power bunker, whenever you have that on a mech or anything in any kind of anime or different kind of shows or something like that. Although it's a little bit different, it's a portable power bunker for the most part, it's like that. Normally when you have a power bunker attached to a mech or something, every time they release that fucking valve and they just go, pooh, like that, like, it's such a fucking, like, orgasmic sound. As you know, that's the sound of metal, flesh, and everything crumpling due to the pressure. I love that. I think that's a really cool weapon. I think it could be a little bit more practical in some ways, but I still think it's a goddamn awesome weapon thinking about it. But then everyone starts seeing that he started glowing, and he's like, no, I did it though. I managed to, like, restrain the virus and all everything. I'm okay. And they're like, no, get off here. You're gonna kill yourself right now. And they even go and, like, shoot him, the samurai guy and all that, goes to shoot him and leaves him there for dead. And I'm like, even his friend is like, yo, that's still my friend though. Like, you come on! And they're screaming it out, and I'm like, that is such a fucked away. And you see him just, like, lifeless, like, laying down, like, near the railroad tracks, and it's just like, wow. This is really messed up, like, for, like, Ikoma. He just saved everyone, and this is what he gets. He gets shot. And then when you get that, you get the other girl, Ayame, who still doesn't seem like she's done too much in the show, but obviously, seeing from, like, designs and stuff, it seems like she is going to do something later on. Like, she's going to, like, use, obviously, her archery to, like, assist him, it seems like. But seeing that her father was transformed, like, the 12 of them were, like, all transformed, I'm like, wow. It's, the transformation and, like, the virus and all that, I'm kind of, like, I like it that it's, like, more, like, immediate, like, it's like, oh, I'm going to transform soon, so it leaves a little bit of urgency when you're, like, transforming. It looks like you haven't got, like, a day or so. It just seems like you've got literally, like, a couple of, like, taking from, like, when they left and coming from now, my guess, like, the estimate about how long it takes to transform, because we saw it with Ikoma, it sounds like it's almost at minutes to, like, an hour, like, to even 2 pushing it. Like, it seems like it may depend on different people, but it seems like it definitely, like, 2 hours is probably the max I'd give. People could probably even transform under half an hour, maybe under certain conditions, like once it reaches the brain. Like, it's really curious to see how this, like, virus works. But even after all that, they, like, even though they ran over, like, the original, like, ruler of that area, like, it's like all the bones and everything and all the flesh started, like, mixing in with the wheels, they couldn't actually change, like, the drawbridge down so they could actually move up and, like, change. And I was like, oh shit, the Kabaneri are coming, the Kabaneri. Ikoma, like a boss, comes back for him and everything, and he's like, I come after them trying to wait it out and everything. They come in and he fucking power bonks a bunch of them and he moves the track so they can leave, and then he's just there, laying there, just fucking crying. And I'm like, you know what? The guy's had a really rough day, being bitten and everything by a Kabaneri, trying to refuse, like, the virus, thinking that he's going to transform again, then people leaving him, betraying him and stuff, like, and also as well, knowing that he's going to die as, like, 5 million Kabaneri are probably there, ready to bite on his ass cheeks. Yeah, I think you're allowed to cry a little bit, Akame. You've had a rough day. And his friend, though, I do respect that. It's like, oh, I'm glad that he didn't leave him out to dust. Like, he threw out the chain. He's like, Akame, grab on! And just Akame's just like, there, like, no. It's over. I'm done. Like that. I like his entire dream is done. The whole little revenge thing that we got to, like, see that was going on, that's done. It's just like, yeah, I feel really bad for the guy. But Mume in the end just puts the fucking thing. She jumps out, puts it on, and drags him out and is saying, like, no, he's alright. He's not a Kabane. Like, do you know why? And she, like, unveils, like, the back of the, like, saying, like, I've been bitten as well, and we're, like, a combination of a Kabane and human known as a Kabaneri. Now, here's the thing with it. This probably explains why Mume is probably a lot stronger. Like, that could explain maybe, like, they're a lot more durable. They're a lot more, like physically strong. I'm guessing that, like, with the combination, because what we've seen from the Kabane so far is that they're very, like, they run as fast as, like, humans. They always go full out. That they definitely seem to have some kind of endurance and stuff. Like, I'm wondering if it physically makes them strong. I'm not too sure about it. There's obviously got to be some, like, kind of situation if they're in between. There's obviously got to be some differences. So considering that he's able, like, it seems like, from what it looks like, he's able to take a couple of bites and he's actually okay, unlike just taking one like a regular old human and there, boom, he's dead. My guess is that, like, from what it seems like, is like how they're being able to hold on is like you do need a strong will to, like, become a Kabaneri, because we've seen, like, he's had that little crystal that he had in his hand, obviously from either his childhood friend, his lover, like his girlfriend back from the day, his sister. Like, he's able to hold on because of that from the last time we saw in the first episode. And it seems, for maybe with Mume, it might be that ribbon that she has across, like, her neck, like, because she did put it back on, so it's obviously something that she cherishes very much. And my guess is she probably doesn't want to even get that bloody. That's why she takes it off during battle. So my guess is that maybe that was like her family member gave it to her, maybe a boy, like, someone gave that to her, and that's mainly what the things that she used to hold on to actually become a Kabaneri in the first place. Definitely the show is impressing me so far. I love animation, it's just beautiful. The only show I can say this season that is combining CGI very well with itself, and I am really, like, I think, like, the CGI doesn't, like most of the time it hurts my eyes. I'm like, oh, I don't like CGI, but this one, I really like the combination of the CGI. I really like the action scene so far. Really badass. So mainly then we got the fight choreographer as well, that also did Titan as well, because they're really good, and I really do like that, like the fighting. So overall, it's a really badass show so far, and I give this like an 8.5 to a 9. I really do like this episode, and I hope the quality keeps coming up and up and up, like just in future episodes. Will have to say though, for a quick little note, the reasons that the show is late itself, not mainly on me, is that there was an earthquake in Japan. So a lot of people are saying, oh, Studio Whip being late again and all that. Just to remind you, I didn't find out till like super late and all that show, Assassination Classroom, and I think one other show I don't know of, like got delayed because I think it was like a 6.8 or a 6.4 magnitude earthquake in Japan, so that's kind of no laughing matter. Like, at the end of the day, if these guys are going to delay it for an episode, like a week or two, or even a month and all that, I'm completely fine with that. It's not like kind of a laughing matter about the whole thing about earthquakes. It's kind of serious. I'd rather these guys get back to their loved ones and their family, you know, like anyone that cares for them and all that. It's like, you don't need to slay the way of an episode when, you know, Japan is literally crumbling down. It's like, you know, that is no joke. So let's hope, I hope like everyone that's up there, you know, they're okay, especially all the other people that we care about over in Japan, you know, mangas, anime, or like if you have friends and family there, I hope they have, like, you know, they're okay. But apart from that, this was a fucking fantastic show, and even after the whole drama of the earthquake, it still didn't, like, it still kept up its quality. I'm still shocked about that, so they must have finished it before the earthquake, so I'm glad about that. But even still, it's like, yeah, I'm glad that, you know, it came out okay, and everyone so far from what I'm being here is coming out okay at this so far. That's all from me though, so thank you much for watching as always, and I'll catch you guys next time.